I love it. Welcome back to the Morning Blend. The weekend is upon us. What does that mean? Well, it's time for Ryan J's reviews, of course.
Ryan, of course, is one of the most popular radio film critics, but there's only so many movies one can watch, so today he's getting a little help from his 11-year-old niece and junior film critic, Gabby Suker. Gabby, you look adorable.
Thank you.
I know.
Thanks for
She
joining
should
us.
be in a movie.
I agree.
Yeah, she's so cute. I'm so glad you're here, honey. We're going to talk about the movie you saw and reviewed for us in just a little bit. We're going to start, though, with your uncle and talk about the 5-year engagement. Because what? Everybody should be engaged 5 years, right? I know.
If you're lucky. I love a romantic comedy, and usually they're kind of formulaic and stale, but this one is very original. It doesn't break the mold, but very original. Jason Segel co-stars and wrote it for his good friend Emily Blunt. I was very anxious to see what their chemistry was going to be like because they're friends in real life.
Okay.
Great chemistry. I laughed out loud more in this movie than I can ever remember in recent history.
Really? Okay,
Yeah.
because I think it's been a while since there's been a movie I've really laughed at.
Bridesmaids, maybe?
Well, one of the producers from Bridesmaids, Judd Apatow, so there's some risque adult humor, but it's rated R. We're all adults in the audience. Hilarious. I literally laughed out loud consistently throughout the entire film. Great casting, a little bit of melancholy to the story, so a well-balanced film, and just overall, very original for the genre.
I got to see that.
I love Jason Segel. The Raven. I'm not much of a scary movie person.
Me
it's like
either.
the one genre I kind of shy away from. This one's with John Cusack. What kind of film is this, and does this compare to any other scary films?
Yeah, it does actually. It's kind of like a period piece, Silence of the Lambs.
Oh.
And John Cusack is really, careful. I feel like he chooses his movies very wisely. He doesn't really make a bad film. This one's good, not great. It's more of a rental than a must-see because it's a little slow-moving for my taste. It is very gory and dark and creepy, and it has a great climax. Like, I was glued to the screen at the end of this film. Like, you're just kind of leaning in, waiting to hear exactly how it all unfolds. But it's still just a little slow-moving for me and a little gory.
Is it scary in a way you can't sleep, or is it kind of like the kind of scary that enhances the film?
Yeah, I don't even know if it's that scary. It's more just like bloody and gross. Like, I don't think, because it's a period piece-ness to it, I don't know.
like that
Not
kind
her,
of stuff.
not her favorite kind of film. That's for
so
sure.
cute.
But you're a little young for that yet anyway, aren't you? But,
Yeah.
But still, I don't think it's nightmare-inducing necessarily, but gross and more of a rental.
Okay.
Well, I'm not much into gross and
Yeah,
gory and
I know.
scary.
Either. Although I do like John Cusack. He grew up,
Yeah.
he and his sister kind of close to where I grew up. I grew up in a Chicago suburb. Safe. You like the cast of this movie?
I did. Well, it's Jason Statham, and he's not the greatest actor. I think he's kind of like just this side of being a terrible actor. He does what I call scowl acting. He kind of like acts with an angry face the whole time. I don't know if I can do the impression, but
So when you're beating up people, it's a perfect role for
right.
him.
But he's hot and he's charming, and he just kind of gets away with it, and he's a star. And this movie is so exciting and fast-paced. It's 90 minutes. It's a total popcorn film. It's intricate. There's a couple subtitles, so you do have to pay close attention during this film. But
Okay.
it's totally worth it and really fun. And I love this movie. I could actually go see it again tonight. Catherine Chaney is a young co-star in this film, and she's outstanding. I don't know if she hasn't done much before this film, but she's brilliant, and it's just overall a really great, smart action film.
Yeah, without giving away maybe any important pieces of the film, what is it kind of comparable to? What's the plot line around it?
Well, he's an ex-cop on the lam who's staying under the radar, and then there's this young girl portrayed by Catherine Chan, and she's being manipulated by the mob in New York, and so he kind of catches wind of what's happening to her and goes back in undercover to try to take care of her, and the mayhem that ensues based on that. It's just a really the fighting is great. It's some original shocking fight things that happen where you're like, you can't help but drop your jaw when it happens, and some great one-liners during the fight scenes, so a lot of fun.
And do you feel like this is more of a guy movie, like action?
It's such a boy movie, and I'm not a huge,
Okay.
I normally sign up for the romantic comedy over the boy movie, but both of them this weekend are excellent and worth seeing in the theater.
Okay, I like that. We got to move to Gabby now. And I changed my card because
Yes.
we have these great Ryan J reviews. But here's what we
I was gonna
did.
do that.
See?
Well, you
Well,
can take one of ours home.
We'll give you one of these because I think this is better. There we go. See? Gabby Suker reviews. All right, let's talk about the movie you saw, The Pirates, Band of Misfits. Just first of all, like it or hate it?
I say rent it because I thought it was very slow moving in the beginning, and then once it got into the middle and towards the end, it picked up.
Okay, picked up a little bit.
What was maybe one of your favorite parts of the movie?
Well, there was one sad part of the movie, and they made it funny because from one of the songs, which was "I'm not crying, I'm just cutting onions." So I was just laughing.
I like the way she said cutting onions too. That's so cute. Okay, what about the animation? Because this is, considered a family film. Did you like the animation in this movie? Did it work for you?
It was also claymation too, and I thought it did work, and it was very descriptive for everybody and everything. That was very detailed. So
okay, would you bring this to a sleepover with your girlfriends? Is it at least worth that?
maybe.
That's not on the fence.
On the fence about the Pirates and the Misfits. What is your favorite movie?
Hunger Games.
Really?
Big Hunger Games fan.
Yes.
But
Fans.
also, the part that I didn't like about it was all the blood, and I was like shaking after it, and I was like, I'm not seeing the next one. But no, I'm going to.
Now you
The
are.
Hunger Games, meaning.
Yeah. And did you read the books or the first one?
I'm on the third book.
Okay. Now I got to ask you this, because my daughter thought the book was way better than the movie, but your uncle has said he actually thinks the movie was better than the book. Your thoughts on that?
I don't know what he's talking about.
The book's better?
Yes.
I love how frank she is.
She has an opinion.
Yeah.
I think she has a future in this.
Excellent critic
I
in
think so,
training.
too.
Yes.
And don't you have to have an opinion if you're going to review
Absolutely,
movies?
it's what it's all about.
Yeah, and
she's
that
got a great
face. Yeah, she's fantastic.
I think there was one other thing you wanted to say about the Pirates movie. Was there?
I thought Peter Lord and Jeff Newitt did a brilliant job co-directing this film.
Wow, very good.
My dad told me to say that.
He did? I like your
They
dad.
were like laughing. I'm like, am I supposed to say this? Because I didn't know if it was like.
Well, because
he was
parents
just
will
trying to-
set you up to say
Yes.
things that they think are cute, and you're kind of like, I don't know if I
Didn't
should
sound
really
right
say
at all.
that.
No,
Yeah,
no.
not rehearsed.
Great, honey.
Really good stuff. You did an awesome job. Thank you so much. And I'm going to give you my card so that you can have the Gabby Suka reviews. So there you go. And if you would like to check out Ryan's reviews, and why wouldn't you, you can go to ryanjreviews.com. We love him, and now his niece too. Thanks, you guys.